What's good, everybody? It's your boy Marlon, and today we're back at it again with another video. This time we're going to be doing a little review on these bad boys, the Wave 9 Infinite in the GoldRush colorway. Let's get into the video. So like I said, this is the Wave 9 Infinite in the GoldRush colorway. This is actually the last colorway in the Wave 9 and Wave 9 Infinite shoe line. Came in gold. Explain the reason for the GoldRush later on in the video, but the shoe came out a couple months ago and retailed for $255, still around $255 on either Amazon, Wave, Sunlight Station, and leaning.com. So it is a Chinese shoe, so it does come from overseas, so it does take a little while for it to come in, but just beware of that. But for this shoe, for $255, you do get a decent shoe. I like it a lot, and it does come with a lot of different specs. Starting off at the bottom of the shoe, we have bumpy traction pattern all throughout the shoe, and then at the heel, at the front heel, and then the back heel of the shoe, you got kind of like this, I say pin pattern looking traction. Kind of reminds me of the pin particles from Ant-Man and the Avengers. But for me, I really like it. It's not bad for the Wave line. It's pretty. It's really good. Usually the Wave line, they struggle with getting the right traction. But this traction's been pretty good so far. The bite's been great. It's not the world's best, but it's really good for what it's there for. What I do like the most about it is how this shoe is kind of rounded. I know some people may not like it, but for me, I personally like how the shoe is rounded. It kind of gives it this rocking pattern to it. So when you want to take off, you can take off a little quicker. I mean, it gives you maybe like a little quick step advantage, I guess. Personally, for me, I like that. I like how being able to rock a little bit to pick up speed or stop or something like that. So I personally like it. Some people may not, but personally for me, it works great. So moving on to the midsole. The midsole has this drop-in midsole, kind of like the Kobe's, but this is the drop-in midsole, and it's made of Boom. It's their technology, as well as on the inside of the shoe, if you can see, it has their cloud technology as well. And their cloud technology is literally just their version of Boost. It's all made in the same factory. They just call it cloud foam. To me, this is a super nice setup. It's very bouncy. You get that with Boost. Boom is really bouncy as well. I really like it. It's very comfortable. You are gonna feel like you're bouncy. You will feel like you're bouncy. With that being said, it does. To some people, the shoe will feel like you're high off the ground just because of this little arc in here, kind of like the way the Jordan 35s. You got this little oval right in the middle of the shoe, so the shoe does feel like you're kind of high off the ground. But for me, it's not too bad. I really like the shoe. Usually, I get kind of fearful with shoes that are high off the ground, but for this one, for some reason, doesn't feel too high off the ground. You might feel a little high off the ground, but not too bad. So as a guard, you can still wear this shoe and you'll still feel comfortable with the shoe. Personally, for me, I do. But yeah, like I said, I really like this setup. It's very bouncy. I like the arcing of the shoes, the roundedness of the shoes. It feels great. So as a guard, it's a nice shoe. Probably for a big man, it's really great as well. But for me, I really like this setup, and it's super comfortable. The Wade series has always been really comfortable in my opinion. It doesn't take much to break it in. The shoe feels great, especially with that cloud foam. It's always really soft and bouncy, so I really like the bouncy part of the shoe. So yeah, I mean, setup is great. Moving on to the upper. So the upper is kind of like this two-part scenario. It has an exoskeleton right here, as you can see, like a shroud, covers up the entire shoe. It's made out of like this nylon material, very comfortable. I like it. With it being all fabric, I like how they were able to put like a couple harder sections around the shoe to help protect you, and even brings the midsole up around the shoe, the upper of the shoe a little bit, so that way you have some support while you're running in the shoe. I like it. I haven't had any issues so far. I could see where it could tear somewhere, But as of right now, I haven't seen that issue. But yeah, as the shoe gets older, you probably could see that. Moving on, with the sock liner and everything, as you can see, there's no laces. So once you would open up the shoe, it's it's a boa system, kind of like the Jordan 33. The Jordan 33 had the lacings, had the no lace system. They used the boa system, but this here is a little different. As you can see, you got the little bump buttons right here on the side of the shoe, and then if you open up the inside of the shoe, you can see the whole lacing system. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool how they were able to cage up everything to make it look like it's worn big shoe. It's worn big shoe, and there's no lacing system or anything. And then when you open it up, you can see the whole lacing system. I think that's really cool. I like how this is technically a glorified low cut, like I was saying. So with the sock liner really doesn't do much here, but as you can see, you can like pull the boa buttons open, and then you can lace them up as you click them, and you can tighten up the front of the shoe with the bottom boa button, and then you can tighten up the back of the shoe with the upper boa button. I really like it. I think it's pretty cool. I think I like this setup a lot. Better take on the whole boa system, I think, than the Jordan 33, just because it was a little harder to break in with that shoe. You would get a lot of like the stingies when you wear the shoe. Whereas with this one, I haven't had that issue. I think this one's easier to break in with all the nylon, and then the buttons you had 2 different buttons, so it's not too hard to deal with. Whereas the 33, you only had the one button, the one parachute button, and you just pull it and tighten it, and that was it. So I think this is a better setup, and it does cover everything up. So I do think this will last a little longer than probably the 33 would. My only problem is if the boa buttons did break, how are you to wear this shoe anymore? So that's my only fear about this shoe and all the boa systems. But other than that, it is a very nice setup. I like it a lot. You can wear the shoe 2 different ways, like this, or with everything zipped up. So personally for me, it's a pretty good setup. Design wise, I really like the design. I know there's a lot of people out there who really don't like it just because of the way it looks. With it being such it looks like a huge shoe. In reality, it's not. Once you get it on, it's not that big. I know, in my opinion, it looks kind of like the Jordan 35 from the bottom with the midsole whole circle right here, the cutout right there, and then the whole upper looks kind of like the Jordan 28, which is, I kind of like the Jordan 28, but yeah. So this, it looks kind of like that in my opinion. Looks like they took both those shoes and kind of like tried to play with that a little bit with this shoe. So I like it. I don't have any issues with it. As for like the design, you can see they got like a lot of different like bubbles all over the shoe. I think that's solely for this colorway. I think the different colorways were all a little bit different. But this one right here, with it being gold, they wanted to make sure all the gold was all around the shoe, showing Wade's like championship run and all that. You can even see on the toe of the shoe, you can see the 3 championship rings, the 2 championships that he got. I personally like it. There's a lot of different Wade designs all around the shoe, with like the flash all on the side of the shoe, D Wade on the side, his signature over here. So I personally like it. I think once you put both shoes together, it actually shows family first on the side, on the heel counter of the shoe. So I like it a lot. I know a lot of people don't like this design. I like it. I like the roundedness of it, with the heel counter being so high up, so you can do a little more stops, or you can do more like turns. I like it a lot. I like it, and being able to do your rocking. I know some people think that's a little weird. I like it. It gives you kind of like a first step, like I was saying earlier. I think as a guard, you would like this shoe. You might think you're a little high off the ground. I didn't really feel that way, maybe a little bit. If you're a guard, I think this shoe is great for you. I think if you're a bigger guy, this shoe is pretty good for you too, because it does have a lot of it does have a lot of impact support, so you are good there. You can do a lot of cuts as a guard. You can. I think it's an all-around shoe that'll work for a lot of different people. The only issue is it is $250 still, and I know they've even made like a low-cut version that got rid of this whole entire shroud. So the shoe is nice. It's pretty lightweight. I think if you're a guard, you'll like this shoe. If you're a big man, you'll like this shoe. If you're a Dwayne Wade fan, of course you're gonna like this shoe like me. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good buy. Maybe if it's too much, maybe try the Wade 9, which is it just has laces, but that one still is $225, so that one is pretty expensive too. But it's a decent shoe for the price. You do get a lot, and I personally think you get a unique shoe that not a lot of people are going to be wearing on the court. To this day, I still haven't seen somebody wearing a leaning or a Wade on the court other than me, so that's pretty cool. So if you want to stand out, this is totally it. If you want to get this colorway, you definitely will stand out for sure. You're going for some championship runs on the court. So in my opinion, it's a go-to shoe. All right, y'all, thanks for watching my video. If you guys liked it, go ahead and hit that like button down below, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below too. It'll do me a favor if you could do both of those. It'd be awesome. And yeah, if you let me know in the comment section down below with how you guys think about the shoe. If you guys like the Wade 9, I really like it a lot. Still in my rotation to this day. And yeah, it'll probably stay there for a while. But yeah, and also let me know if there's another shoe that you guys are looking forward to. I know I'm looking forward to the Wade 10. They've been showing a lot of different colorways and releasing those. So once I see a colorway I like, I'll probably go pick that one up and do a video on that, as well as the LeBron 20. Very excited for that shoe. There is a specific colorway I am looking forward to. So once that one does come out as well, I'll be getting that. I'll be doing a review on that one too as well for you guys. And yeah, if there's anything else out there you guys like, let me know in the comment section down below. But until then, peace.